Hi again. My name is Dr. Becky, and I just want to talk about Lyme and mold because that's been coming up a lot in many of my groups. A lot of people know that I have came through Lyme and mold twice. The first time I was undiagnosed for 18 years before I found out in 2016 and was being treated for Hashimoto's, and that wasn't actually the root cause. And then again in 2019, after training for the CrossFit Games, I started with symptoms again. Both of those times of those issues, what I ended up doing differently in 2019, because eating the right diet, taking all the supplements, the binders, the Desk Bio kits, none of that was working this time around. So I started really diving into the emotional stuff, and then the AO scan fell into my lap. And what do I mean about the emotional stuff? So there was a repeating pattern. I sat down, drew up a timeline of all the times that I had flares that I thought were thyroid issues that were most likely Lyme, and each one of those surrounded by some type of an event, some type of emotional trauma. For me, it was being betrayed and backstabbed, trusting people, and then they letting you down. So that was the recurring theme in the pattern. And from there, I started digging a little bit deeper because I had the AO scan that could actually alert me to what emotions were coming up and where those emotions were hanging out, either physically or physiologically. So that was like one of the biggest things that I did as far as identifying what the triggers were, where it was hiding, and then again, what emotions I had to do. But it was sitting down and creating a timeline of events. Once I did that, I was able to very clearly see what was going on. The other thing that a lot of people don't understand is most people, when they work with practitioners, conventional medicine, they're only looking at the physical body. In quantum medicine, quantum doctors like myself, we start from the top down. So there's 5 bodies of consciousness. There's the physical body, the vital body, mental, supermental, and then bliss body. Conventional medicine stays at the bottom, which is the physical body. They never go up. So they're only looking for they're only fixing symptoms. They're only looking at the physical body. The issue isn't found in the physical body. The issue is found in the vital body and the mental body. Vital body is meridians, chakras, your energy centers. So you can think about your throat chakra. A mental body is going to be your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and the story that you tell yourself. So again, where are you hardwired? Where do you have those preconceived belief patterns, whether they are yours, whether they are from your mom and dad, whether they're from other people telling you things? These things kind of like run the show in the background. So those are things that you have to deal with. You have to go outside the physical body in order to heal from Lyme disease. So that's like another big thing. So I used the AO scan to do that. AO scan was able to help me narrow down that like anger and all the subcategories of anger is what was the issue. And then I would see Lyme, Borrelia, Bartonella. Those were like the 3 things that would come up for me. If you know what Bartonella is, that's usually people who have Lyme rage. So it started making real sense. And then I was able to really start connecting the dots. So I tell you this very quickly. I did do another video on Lyme disease, but in order to get true healing, you need to think outside the physical body. So many people I work with, they're looking at labs, they're looking at food, they're looking at all the things that happen in the physical body. You're never going to find it because the issue is coming from someplace else. It's coming from the quantum field. It's coming from the vital body. It's coming from your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, whether they're yours or not, whether they're conscious or subconscious. This is why I do a lot of nervous system resetting. I work with the brain. I work on your beliefs. I teach you how to do your own emotional work. So you're looking for the feeling, you're looking for the 5 senses, you're looking at a little bit of NLP we throw in there too, and then we do a vagal clearing technique. So it's very popular. It works very quickly, and when things are gone, they're gone. So it's pretty amazing. It's pretty easy. But there's lots of other things that I do in the Lyme community. One of the new things that we just opened up is Crowdcuring. And this is on my Facebook page. If you want to go to Becky Coots Kimbley, you can. You can follow me. I don't think I can friend any people because I have over 5,000 friends, but it's a pilot program. So we are looking for 100 people to come in and test out this pilot program that we've been using for the last few months. And it's very inexpensive. It costs $99 a month. you get access to multiple practitioners and 3 holistic doctors. So we have meetings on Mondays, we have meetings on Thursdays. Thursdays are going to be more working with the emotions behind everything. And then Monday's call is going to be more about sourcing routines and looking at supplements and kind of sitting down and problem solving. What's working for you? What's not working for you? We get to listen to you. We get to hear your story. So this is something that we are working in a crowd so that we can get more people in there and we can give more people options to work with practitioners. So again, $99 a month. Crowdcuringacademy.com is the web link if you'd like to sign up and join. And I had just posted this in Team Agape about how people healing from Lyme disease, I see it in all the groups all the time. They just are not aware of how important it is to look outside the physical body, even detoxing. I see so many people in the Rife community, they're just killing. Where if you would just take a step back, do less is more, rebuild your basic foundations, which is what we teach in our 10 and our 12-week program. If you don't know what the 10 foundations are, reach out, join one of our groups. You're going to learn a lot. If you give the body what it needs, it's going to start doing what it's supposed to do. So a lot of times people come in with multiple symptoms. We start with the gut. When you heal and seal the gut, most, if not all, symptoms will go away. That's why we start there. When in doubt, start with the gut. The other thing is, if you rebuild the body and give it what it needs, it'll naturally start to detox. There's not going to be a need for any heavy, potent detox. If there's anything left that we need to focus and specialize on, then we will. But again, it's getting the body to do what it will naturally do. Again, I didn't do any major detoxes the second time I got Lyme. I used the scanner, did a couple of the Cepheid frequencies, but I didn't do any killing, anything major. And I talked about this. The kill mentality doesn't work and actually can make you sicker because people aren't detoxing the right way. And then things will recirculate and then you feel like crap. Trust me, I've been there. We used the AO scan to identify what was missing with me. We addressed the specific emotions tied to Bartonella and then rebuilt my cells. We focused on the vital and the mental body because Lyme was held in those emotional and mental frequencies. Here again is Crowdcuring. Again, we are teaching you how to heal and seal your gut. We are teaching you how to build those basic foundations. And this is going to save you money. It's going to save you money on supplements. It's going to save you money on seeing multiple practitioners. And it's going to address the mental body, the vital body, and the physical body. This is my other YouTube video that I did recently on Lyme disease, focusing on the AO scan. And again, this is what the new way to heal from Lyme. Tired of a boatload of supplements. We don't over supplement people. Most people are taking too much and they're making themselves sick. We are guiding you. So we are not fixing you. That is the big difference. We don't fix anybody. We are merely guides to get you to unleash your inner healing potential because we all have it. The answers to healing lay inside of you. They're not going to come from something or somebody external. It doesn't work that way. I do post quite a bit about Lyme, but there is a post here that I want to find. And it's about Bartonella, and I might have to search for it differently. I took screenshots of my scan report one day. Bartonella had shown up in the database, and it coincided with anger that I was having that day. So let's see if I can find this, because that's specifically what I'm looking for. Okay, so let me try another search here because I probably won't be able to replicate it. So we're going to go to search, and then let's try Bartonella. And here we go. So this is from the database, which you get in phase 2, and then it's expanded in phase 3 with the AO scan software. So on this day, this was May 22nd. Bartonella was showing up quite a few times in the database. And then you can actually see here chromosome 12 was being affected in addition to some other things. But it was showing up again as rage was the emotion for the chromosome section. So these are two different reports in the same day that were outlining that correlation. And I had just gotten super mad with something the day before. So again, that feeling, that emotion was coming back up again and bringing this with it. So this is the frequency. It's not like I actually had Bartonella again because the next day it was gone. So this is how you can really look at how things ebb and flow in life, because a lot of it is just energy. It's not really like you have it. So sometimes when I'm working with people, and it's like they're having a really hard time getting rid of stuff, sometimes it's because they haven't let go of something or they haven't addressed the emotions around it. The other thing that is a common theme that I see with a lot of people is one of the patterns I see with Lyme clients is the desire to meet everyone's needs while betraying your own, which is the ultimate betrayal, not living your life. This can lead to frustration, resentment, feeling manipulated, and anger, which will then further fuel the disease. People like this have been climbing, they've been doing, they've been being, they've been pushing. They're the I have tos, I get to. And they're spending more energy to meet others' needs instead of their own. This can of itself lead to fried adrenals and cortisol issues as well. Many have done things or have lived a life that went against their own desires while fulfilling the lives of others. They repress further anger without voicing and creating boundaries. Now comes the thyroid stuff and stating what they desire, and the cycle continues over decades and sometimes lifetimes. This is why it's so important to understand the emotional aspect of everything and the quantum aspect of everything in different dimensions, different timelines, and with different generations. In order to heal, you have to change. There's no other way. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, the outcome's not going to change. You're not going to change. So one must think, act, and be different to find freedom and healing. One must discover oneself to be oneself, and the version one is to be, not the version others want you to be. So that is something that's really potent. But let me just show you some stuff that I do with the AO scan here. So normally every day I do an easy scan. So I already did mine this morning. Easy scan gives you everything. It gives you the inner voice with your emotions, gives me my top supplements. So here it looks like got some thyroid, liver stuff. And then it's only going to give you the things that are out of whack. So let's see. I didn't even look at this morning yet. So actually my vital scan doesn't look too bad. Stress hormones, we know. And then we have comprehensive. So cystic duct and gallbladder. So that might be why I'm seeing some of the liver stuff coming up. Right hepatic artery. Looks like I need some craniosacral work done. So then what I usually do is come into my quick scan. I like to do custom. And I like to do a lot of different therapies because I want to see what it is that I need. So what I do with this view is I actually look to see, because this gives you a lot of information. So I look to see like what supplements come up repeatedly. So here we see prime methylated and prime methylated. So I'm probably going to take that. We've got Crush that actually came up twice. So it looks like I need that. Milk thistle, this is again correlating with the liver stuff I'm seeing and liver detox food research. We've got methylene blue showing up. And it looks like Reservasert. Looks like I need Resveratrol today because those are both coming up. So those are like the top 4 or 5 things that I would take. Let's look at some of the other categories. Looks like I need some fulvic, some diatomaceous earth. And then there's some options here. So biocedin. So some of these things I have actually put in the scanner. So like Morgellons is something that I've been seeing a lot of in the air, believe it or not. Then what I usually do based on the body systems and inner voice that I looked at. So I'm just going to select nervous system endocrine because I was seeing some liver stuff show up. And then I like to do chromosomes and connective tissue because that's what we do with Lyme. So now I'm going to start looking for trends and patterns and seeing what's coming up. So it looks like boron, molybdenum. Remember, stress hormones were coming up. That's probably why cranial nerve number 10 is showing up. Molly has a lot to do with sulfur in the liver. So I know that I have issues with my phase 2 sulfur pathway. These are some of the emotions. That same thing. See, pancreas is showing up, and that came up, and gallbladder. And I'm stubborn, just like my dad. And then boron came up again, sulfur, that's showing up. So there's quite a few things that are repeating. That's what you're really just looking for. It's like you saw it once, there it is again, there it is again. Okay, so last thing I do, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to take up all the time, but I go into comprehensive and I deselect all, and then I'm basically just going to select all the areas. So I know that I need adrenals based on what we just looked at: liver, thyroid, and I know I did chromosomes, but I'm not going to do that again. And then I'm going to do the brain. And then I'm simply going to scan and then optimize, and then I would look at the reports. And again, I'm looking at these numbers. I'm looking for the numbers that are high because those are going to be more concerning. So here's pancreas, looks like it's struggling today, which is a repeating theme coming up on the rest of my scans. Everything else actually doesn't look too bad. You want these numbers to be pretty low. And then, so we know pancreas. So I'm going to dive in there and see what is going on with the pancreas. And I'm going to look at by term first because that gives the number of hits once this loads. Because I want to look at the things that have the most hits. It's like there's some strep showing up there. "62 emotions." That's a lot. Exhaustion, transformation, exhaustion. Left leg, I know that came up. Transformation. Lead. Thyroid hormone, I know that came up a couple times, but I'm really just looking to see what's going on with the pancreas. What am I seeing in the pancreas? All right, so let's go right here to group, and we're just going to go smack the pancreas and look for high cause over 90%. It looks like there's a little bit of mold here showing up in my gallbladder. High cause 97%. My celiac artery, high cause 97%. So it might be more blood flow issues and just too much dampness, which maybe it's because I need more stomach acid because I've been super stressed. Phenols, I know a lot of people ask me about them. I usually treat this category just like I treat the food sensitivities. Sometimes it's because you need it. Sometimes it's because you need to get rid of it. If you're not sure, just add it to the scanner. So the really cool thing about Lyme is you can make custom playlists, which I have quite a bit. We've got detox Lyme Borrelia, detox Lyme brucellosis, detox Lyme miasms. Did I do, I've got alpha gal in here. Let's see what else I have. There's so much you can do in here. Hashimoto's, I know that there's Lyme in there. I've got Lyme 1 through 6 plus Lyme and mold, Lyme and parasites. I know that there was a mold. Oh, Lyme and mold, I already said that one. So again, you can pretty much make frequencies for whatever it is that you need. I number my playlists because I know they're all slightly different depending on what the focus is. So that is one thing that I use a lot of. The other thing that's super cool is, well, obviously AO Mind Sync, because that's to reprogram your subconscious. But I also like to use the AO Tune, which is the tuning forks. These are super powerful, especially when I'm working with people with COVID and shedding. Usually the RNA and DNA ones come up in the auto tune. I have a pretty comprehensive PDF in one of my AO courses that goes over all of these and what they are used for. So I'm just going to pick here 30 seconds, and we're just going to emit a tone. And it's as easy as that. So that's what I did. Use the scanner, still did all the stuff that I was doing, diet, detoxification, moving the lymph, stimulating the vagus nerve, addressing the nervous system, doing limbic retraining, and then utilizing the AO scan with that. I have quite a few videos on YouTube about how to reprogram your nervous system utilizing the AO scan, because there's a lot with the AO scan that you can do to help do that, including neurological switching, which a lot of people with chronic illness, autoimmune, mold, and autonomic nervous system regulation they're just kind of like stuck on the on position. So there's quite a few things in the functional neurology world that you can do to flip that switch. You can use the AO Tune to do that. There's a video I've done a couple months ago about using MindSync to do that. So if you have any questions or you want to work with one of us, I have two really stellar practitioners that work with me. Probably we'll be looking for a couple more practitioners as we continue to grow and get busier. We have lots of people who are sick and need our help. We do a lot of things in our practice that are non-traditional. That's why we are so busy. Again, we're looking at the emotions, we're looking at the nervous system, we're looking at the nervous system, the limbic system. We look at things in a completely different view because we are thinking outside of the box. So we're looking outside of the physical, looking at the vital body, looking at the mental body. We do utilize the AO scan with all of our clients, and we highly recommend our clients to get a subscription because it is more cost effective. And then we teach them how to utilize it so that you do not have to rely on us. It is not an easy task. It is very hard to get well. It is something that you need to do. It is not us telling you you're going to do this, that, and the other. It is, we are pointing you in the right direction. These are the steps that we want you to follow. Make sure that you work on this. You have to work on this because so many people have been stuck, sick, or on for so long. It's going to take an adjustment period for your brain to kind of get out of that. So every day, I know it sounds really stupid, but some of the things that I did was like I had to look at today is a good day. I am not sick. I don't have Lyme disease. Lyme disease doesn't exist. And I had to keep saying that over and over so that my brain understood and started learning the new way. Whereas the default was I woke up, I'm going to feel sick today. I've got Lyme. I'm tired. I can't function. I can't go to work. You have to get out of that. A lot of the Lyme and mold groups that I used to be in, I'm not in anymore because, a lot of those people, it's just you want to bang your head against the wall kind of thing. So I'm out here trying to educate and teach people that there is a whole other way to heal. You need to think outside the physical body. You need to look at the quantum body. You need to look at energy. You need to look at quantum physics. And it's just not a lot of stuff that's taught, and a lot of people just don't know. So if this resonates with you, please reach out. We would love to help you and teach you. We would love to get you set up with a subscription and join our team so that we can teach you everything that we know. I offer my team lots of training, lots of courses, lots of resources, discounts on my 2 certification courses that I have in my university, which is accredited. I'm in the process right now of building out a naturopathic certification. And then we have a holistic pet certification coming too. So we offer a lot of education because our whole mentality is we want to empower people. We want to empower you so that you can heal. You essentially are going to learn how to be your own doctor. Then you won't need a doctor. And that is like the greatest thing because that is a gift. That's a gift of empowerment. And if you think about it, that's what people did. That's what people did way back in the day. They took care of themselves. They had acupuncture, they had, herbalism, they did homeopathy. And then somewhere along the line, we lost that ability to be able to take care of ourselves. And now with the AO scan, bringing that back in, we're giving that back to you. So thank you for reaching out. And if you need us, you can email us at KimberlyQuantumCollective111@gmail.com or hit us up on our website, KimberlyQuantumCollective.com. Thank you.